I don't know how it got muted like that, but there we are. I'm just glad I noticed it like right away because I was prepared. I was prepared to like sit here and like hum along to the music as it opened up when I waited for more people to come in and not just sit here and get like verbally accosted by John, who wants me to fall off of a horse in this game. Like, I don't know. So I entitled the stream Rise and Sigma Grindset because I'm just basically trying to get this hero, this character, to level 100, the max level in the game. It's level 96. I've been playing essentially a shiz ton off stream. Like just essentially I've done a lot of grinding. I have like this getting this one took me a while. This is a pretty rare drop. So John, you might not care about any of this, but somebody else watching might. So I dropped these boots, which is a relatively new item, which is a Weaver's Will item. And essentially it rolled really lucky for me, 31% cooldown recovery speed alongside all these other nice stats. And when you take a look at this item, so Rogue and its subclasses has a lot of layers of defense with dodge and armor and glancing blows and all sorts of different stuff. And you also have this item here. When you combine it with this item that I just showed, you get a stupid amount of ward as well. I'm getting up to like 2k ward, which is just nuts. And I'm also taking 20% less damage while moving. So that's a big chunk of like damage to not take. So I've just been kind of cruising like through the end game, just like farming up empowered timelines. Those boots are red, so that means 3 times faster. It's a little bit different than that, John, but sure, they are really good. So I farmed the crap out of this timeline, and I was only able to get this as a blessing. Like, there's got to be something better there than shield drop rate. I'm just trying to get a Bastion of Honor to drop because it's super rare. All right, what else am I working on? I'm working on this one. But yeah, I've been playing this game a lot, and I don't regret it at all. I now have 2 of these daggers called Smoke Weavers, which essentially makes it so that I can do my little dash move here, which is, it's now super short because of these 2 daggers, but the cooldown is super low, so my damage is really nuts because of it. How have you been, John? What have you been doing lately? I know you've been studying like crazy. Ooh, an XP shrine right away. Love that. Woke up at 5 a.m. and saw you playing. I thought you just left the game open overnight. Now I'm starting to wonder. No, I was probably online then. There was a day last week where I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning, bro, and I couldn't go back to bed. I tried. I laid there and just couldn't make it happen, so I just got up, made a cup of coffee, hung out with the dog for a sec, and then was like, alright, I suppose I'll just kind of go and grind out a bunch of echoes. 23 added physical throwing damage while dual wielding. And it rolled with 50 health and 14% increased armor already. Okay, so this item might be something good here. So this I have it because it has 11% cooldown, but my cooldown's already pretty crazy. Like with these boots, I got it on this belt too, 18% here. Like my cooldown's pretty nuts. Like I could probably lose it off. I could probably lose it off of the headpiece. What else does this have as implicit? 10% damage leech, or not 10, excuse me, 1.6% of damage leeches. I mean, that's not bad. I don't essentially need it too much. Leech, well, it's not bad to have some leech, but I have some on the build already. Maybe I can drop it. I mean, yeah, I could probably drop it. But what else? Okay, so here's the fun part. Here's the really fun part, is that this item, it rolled. So it rolled in such a way where I have an open prefix slot on a helmet. On a helmet, we can put some pretty interesting attributes here. So I can get pretty interesting things. So increased damage while wielding a dagger. Okay, we're already going to get increased throwing damage. So, like, our damage scales off of melee and throwing, which is why this build is so easy to play. So, physical pen with shadow daggers. I think I have to get this. But, so here's what I'm trying to say. The sad part is that this thing only rolled. It only rolled with 32 forging potential. That's relatively low. I think. I've seen items with like 40, like in the 40s. So I don't know. Maybe it's different for headpieces or something for each different item slot. I'm not 100% sure. So but my whole point is that what I can do is I can like add. So hang on. So let's see, level. Like let's say I had a right shard to put on like level of shift or whatever, any kind of skill that could go on this. So cannot be applied. Oh, because those are all suffixes. So yeah. Increase damage, skills of shadow, no. Health gain and glancing blow, nah. Is there crit damage? Increased damage per active shadow with shadow cascade. So no. I think we just have to go physical pen with shadow daggers. I only have 3 of those shards though. So prepped work presentation, got it to a really good place, got cut due to time restraints. I'm sorry. That sucks. Like this item's, it's got a lot of potential. Like I could get really high crit chance, but I really don't need that. Because my main damage skill always crits. So I think, yeah. So I just physical pen with shadow daggers, and I just, yeah. Okay. How much is it? 13%. Should I seal that? Should I seal the armor? What else can I put? Only 19 forging potential? I can't really screw around. I really can't afford to screw around. but we're equipping this though. This is nice. Come on, crit. Dang. All right, so what do we get it up to? So 25% physical pen with shadow daggers. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, this helmet's still crazy. I'm gonna be keeping it. My resistances are gonna be kinda. Actually, they're not too bad. Cause what did this have? Necrotic and physical. So we lost some fizz. We need to get some more. We need to work on our. Yeah, it's time to work on this. You're summoning Baron? Okay. Get him. We need to actually get ourselves some crit avoidance at some point. There he is. That's actually pretty not bad. I mean, can't really. Throne of Ambition's pretty good. Like, it's a lot of defense. Yeah, alright, let's just clean up our inventory here and get back to grinding. We need to buy another one here. Good rogue idols. Detonating arrow. If that was melee damage, this would be nuts because I'm gonna be rolling a rogue. I'll show you guys in a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna be rolling a rogue. Man, this is exciting. I'm really interested to see my damage. Oh, that's right. Maybe we can crit these. Okay. No crit. All right, one more chance for a crit. No crit. Okay. So we still got 8 foraging potential to screw around with and get this higher. But I'm really interested to see what our damage looks like now. Alright. This rolled with something. I guess I can put it in the cool stuff tab. We already had one. Ignite on hit. 169. I guess we'll look at it later. We're gonna have to do an inventory cleansing at some point soon. Alright, rogue. Yeah, we're going to be working on the melee marksman soon. Alright, the rest is just getting sold.
Take care.
No, I didn't mean to click that. Dang it. Baron, we summoneth thee. Or if they'll just call it meth. I don't know. What do you think, dude? I think they should have, like... They should probably have some form of skooma in it, right? Like moon sugar, right? I mean, how do we have a game like Starfield, right? And we're gonna not have moon sugar? Get out of here. I don't buy that for a moment. Todd Howard is a cheeky man. So yeah, you see my ward here? Just going up, and it scales. The best part is that it scales with like the number of enemies that are on the screen. So it's not so great for bossing, but it makes me super safe to just like screw around in these areas. and just be like extremely tanky. But like this game, this character we're just trying to get to 100 right now, like I said, and we're gonna reestablish what our goals are with this game. Like basically, what ended up happening was I played the heck out of this game. No sugar, get out of here. So I played the heck out of this game before. We've talked about this. And I came back for the online. So I just wanted to play a build that I could, like, that it was definitely going to be OP. And this build, it's easy to play the game. It's easy to, well, at least monoliths and stuff. And, like, the main, like, grinding part of the game is made very easy with this build. And that's fine with me. Like, honestly, I needed a game to just be like OP in and just like dunk on monsters. I mean, obviously, there's like some more challenging content in the game. There's dungeons and stuff that I could do, which I have been doing. I haven't done a T4 Gorilla run, which is Gorilla is the boss of the Temporal Sanctum, which is one of the ways for you to create legendaries in this game. I actually have, I'm wearing some legendaries, obviously. Those Weaver's Wills became legendary items. I'm wearing 2 Weaver's Will items right now. One of them is, I'm not sure if I need it, it's the ring. But it's not bad. It definitely provides another source of ward, which is fine. Like, I'm fine with just only focusing on defenses for a while. My damage is crazy for, you know, farming and powered timelines at least.
Easy. Too easy.
And it's nice to just kind of sit here and hold down the buttons and everything just kind of dies. It's nice. I almost died there. Ow. So yeah, like the Smoke Weaver here it's legendary. It rolled with 1 legendary potential. I tried to roll and get some additional physical damage. Rolled onto this one, but it didn't pan out. These gloves, I tried to roll. It was throwing damage, I think, onto it. Ended up being happy for getting cold resist. It's not like I didn't need cold resist. I'm not even capped out with it. This was the Weaver's Will. We talked about this. I'd love to farm more of these up. It's a pain. It's a very rare drop already. Like, farming just to get it took me many hours of play. All right, there, Johnny boy. We'll see you later. Grinding. Ooh, so we have a guaranteed set or unique ring. I'm interested to see what rings we could do, because I have a ring slot it's just sort of meh. I like the elemental resist and poison resist that I rolled with, but like increased dex was sweet. But the necrotic damage, like, it's a waste of it. So increased health and mana, which is nice. 24% mana gained as ward. 1 ward gained on hit per 10 missing mana if your current ward is lower than your missing health. So every time that I pop synchronized strike, this thing, my mana goes pretty low, and I gain a big old chunk of ward from it. Baron, we summon thee. I love dancing strikes. It's such a it's such like an interesting take on like typical like whirlwind type characters, and or like a maybe I guess kind of close to like a Diablo 3 strafe-ish, but it does feel like you're dancing. That's what I like about it so much. And I like that like that character fantasy of just like wading through a battle and just cutting things down. Like with minimal effort. Ooh, I think that completes the set right there. Yep. So if we roll a mage, we have a easy little start. I guess I could use this for if we make a rune master. That could be something. Ooh, let's go after this unique down here. We like unique items. They're fun. Unique items are a fun chance at making something incredibly OP. So every chance that I can get to roll a unique item, I want. And that's kind of like how I built this character. It's not for dancing strikes to deal the damage, though. That's the thing. Dancing strikes has a chance to proc Shadow Cascade, which will... Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. Anything good besides that key drop? I guess that's it. Ugh. A Zweihander. Nah. Alright, unique items. Let's go. Do I need to turn on some music? Maybe I need to. I'm not sure. Whatever. A little bit closer. The quest for level 100. A little bit closer. So yeah, that's kind of how I built my dancing strikes. Yeah, I wanted to finish that thought. I built my dancing strikes just kind of in a way where I am aiding the rest of my damage and the rest of my damage mitigation. Get a bunch of extra dodge. Yeah, I'll just get the XP. What are we at? 318 corruption. I think we got to get to like 900 with this one. Maybe we'll do a Shade of Oribus to get some extra corruption and increase stability faster. Destroy all moon spires.
Easy. Too easy.
That's one of them. You know what's the best part? Is that, like, okay, so this build that I'm playing, I know it's incredibly OP, right? Or it feels like it. For what I'm doing, it's very OP. I really, like, I know that I could just recreate it super easy on another run through. because the end game system of Last Epoch is pretty darn good. At least in terms of like being able to kind of force farm what you want. Sometimes it'll take you a while, but there's some pretty clear paths to get there. Like I think the developer has done a good job in making it so that like just getting through the story, like you kind of need a decent enough build just to get through the story. And that build is also good enough to start with farming monoliths easily enough, which then easily translates into getting better items, which then translates into, you know, remaking a better build, which is usually really easy with Last Epoch as well. Hats off to them with that. My points are all over the place here. Yeah, I want this. Just more damage at full health. We spend a lot of time at full health, so heck yeah. Yeah, this whole thing here is good. No. Anything good here? Do we just want to get Dex? Oh yeah, so also with the boots that I have, this node is crazy. It's crazy. This node is super crazy with those boots. It makes me so tanky. Combined with the chest piece, that chance. It's so nuts. Dodging, glancing blow. Alright, we just need to get, like, tankier. You drop all those dodge the next hit. Dodging hit stacks. Granting you 100 more. Yeah. We need at least. Yeah. This is awesome. This is just. Yeah. We want all this. This is great. We're going to fill that up. Just get tankier. I'm kind of hoping we just find a good version of the blessing when we finish this timeline. Kind of one and done because I don't want to farm unique rings right now. What I really want to farm is probably boots. Boots or daggers and swords. Probably go to the daggers and swords timeline after this. After we kill this boss and finish this timeline. I did have some really nice positive interactions on Twitter with the Last Epoch Twitter account. But prior to coming on the stream, it was really nice. So if you guys do watch this, I have one suggestion, and I'm sure it's been a thought in your minds. The one suggestion is all the shrines that you have in the games are great, but most of them are all like either utility or damage, and there's no shrines that offer like incredible defensive value. And I can only guess that that's pretty much on purpose. Like, you don't want people to just get super lucky with a shrine and be able to heavily ignore a boss mechanic or maybe something along those lines. But yeah, it's just a thought. Like, maybe we can get ourselves some defensive shrine buffs out here. Ow. A defensive shrine buff would have been fantastic there, don't you think, fellas? Am I right? But yeah, that's the plan. The plan is to kind of finish leveling this character, and oh yeah, I meant to put it up on stream. I dropped a really interesting dagger. It's a dagger that's made for a melee marksman build. Wow, look at all this. Ooh, look at all this loot.
Finally.
Get some sleep.
Empire State Building costs more than $12 to build.
Good night. So, yeah, I saw this before when we picked it up, and I was like, just not excited at all. We get here, frailty chance, whatever. Spell damage with increased critical strike chance. Nah. This didn't roll with any LP, so I don't care about it. Increased crit strike chance, health regen, cold damage. Is there a build where you need cold damage? Yeah, whatever. All these are just kind of meh. We're just gonna sell. We're just gonna sell the lot of ya. Increase necrotic damage on a melee and throwing attack speed neck base. Nope. Jeez.
Take care.
Check out my keys tab. See how organized it is? I just throw them in there. I don't care. I know. I'm a terrible gamer. Money. We'll go back. We'll take a chance at some unique neckwear. That was unnecessary, but whatever. Oh, you know what's crazy actually too is I dropped a really nutty chest piece before getting my Wings of Argentus. Like I can't not use the wings though. That would be just totally wild.
Easy. Too easy.
It's such a defensive boost. And if I ever go like melee fire on this build, which I might put this crazy build together where I just dance around igniting champs with the crazy combo of that axe that makes you bleed, Eye of Reen, which has a lot of ignite chance and extra damage with fire, and then it also increases your ignite damage and stuff and your critical strike multiplier as well. It's really a crazy sword, and I actually dropped one with LP, which is really rare, and it dropped outside of like the sword timeline, which I thought was even crazier. XP. Yeah, there's some unique neckwear out there right now that I haven't seen or considered yet. I've been using this bone amulet for a long time. I don't really want to take it off. To be honest with you, it's got so many resistances on it. It's such a crazy item. Bone amulets are nuts. They're OP. If you get good rolls on them, bone amulets are crazy. Yeah, just tank stuff. I don't really care. I have been noticing some pretty big crits with shadow daggers. Ugh. Ugh. Martin, son of Martin, how are you doing? All right, we'll go get this. We'll return back to there. We branched off to take a shot at a unique amulet. Ended up getting some piece of crap. I digress. Marty's here. Martin as well. Nice, dude. I haven't seen you up on the TikToks, bro. I like it.
Easy. Too easy.
Capturing some splendid moments in T-Rex Army history. You saw it here, folks. T-Rex Army. King of the nofaps. This is not Diablo 4. This is a game called Last Epoch. I have not bought Diablo 4. I see absolutely no reason to. With that being said, when I asked my my buddies if they were ever going to come and play Last Epoch with me, because now it has an online mode, multiplayer mode, if they were going to come back and play with me, and they were like, I don't know why I would do that. I don't know why I would play Last Epoch, because Path of Exile exists. That's literally what he said to me. So at some point, I have played Path of Exile. I have dedicated a little bit of time to it. Not a lot. Not like this game. The thing about Path of Exile is it's very rich. It's very deep and structured, and there's a lot of things that you can do. And you can kind of, from what I understand, kind of forge your own path, similar to this game, honestly. This game, there's a lot of, you have a lot of agency in this game. Yeah, I mean, it does look like it. It does look like a Diablo type game. It certainly is an action RPG. I've really been liking action RPGs lately. I mean, I've always liked them. It's just like the structure of them now. You can just kind of pick them up, put them down, pick them up, put them down. Okay, so we got some axes here. Melee void damage on that. Wow. This is two-handed. That rolled with a crazy defensive suffix. 72% less bonus damage taken from critical strikes. That's nuts. Physical damage. Shredder. Leech, meh. Blind, meh. That's a lot of bleed chance with Bardich. Or Bardiche, or Bardich. I'm not sure how you say any of that. Let's just sell all this stuff. Whatever. I'm sure it'll fetch a pretty penny.
Take care.
Yeah, of course I like pop off and gear with you, Marty, and just explain to you how this is last epoch. You just knew all along because it's right there and then in the stream title. Like no one should actually think this is Diablo 4. He's vomiting everywhere. Oh yeah, stand right here. Nice. He's gonna puke on me. Ugh. He's gonna do the thing now. Ow, 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 ow. What? I got stunned right there. Oh man. I got stunned in that. Oh, I fell asleep while you were talking. Jeez, shut up, Marty. Fine. Whatever. I can't believe I got stunned right there. That's what you get. I was playing with fire.
Pain, an eternity of pain.
Playing with pukey poison Orbis. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. I had a flashback of playing League of Legends and hitting S like actually stops your character. Because I completely like over-clicked. Yo, did I just see that hit for 31,000? Did I really just see my Shadow Dagger crit for 31,000? Look at me dealing big damage numbers. Alright, let's not screw around with that ability anymore. He's puking all over the place. Ooh, we have a little visual error there, it seems. It's okay. Alright, this should do it right here. There we go. Any LP? 1 LP? Sure. Cool. Alright, couple deaths there that were a bit unnecessary, but yeah. It happens, right? Alright, so now we're earning a little bit more stability now. Now that we're at 120 corruption. Thanks for stopping by, though, Marty. I do appreciate you, bro. Ooh. Starting to get stunned a little bit more here. I'm wondering... we really need to get some critical strike avoidance. That's the thing. Like, my boots are so good, but those usually roll with critical strike avoidance, right? Where else can I get that? So I hit...
Too easy.
So I hit Oribus for like 30,000, but I'm hitting these guys for 5. Like, these guys take less damage from Shadow Daggers. What? Alright. I guess that makes some kind of sense, right, guys? It's one of the main antagonists. Just eats shit. Ow. I guess I must be kind of far away from the center of this, the origin of this timeline. Yeah, boss is just crushed by this build. Maybe my damage is too good. Or is really good for a single target. XP. Yep. Just give me all the XP nodes. All the XP echoes. Money, 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 money. Money. Seal the Skittles gate. I'm gonna go be a Skittles man. I'm gonna be a Skittles guy at the skittering gate with my ice beetle pet.
Easy. Too easy.
Too easy. That's very true. Hey, look, an amulet. Hey, look, an amulet I'm not gonna pick up. I'm more excited about these XP tomes. Okay. So, nice little unique node. Or echo. I don't know why I call these nodes. I love how there's bears here. Like, these are definitely cocaine bears, by the way. Because they just, like, teleport up on your dome. Like, right up in your grill. Hey, Shrine. Everybody loves a good Hey, Shrine. Get to be super zoomy. Dead. We got a key over here. Temporal Sanctum. We take those. Reflective Shrine. Whatever. And see, yeah, this build, you just kind of walk around and hold down your shift. And I'm not talking about, like, the shift key. I'm talking about the ability shift, which right now is bound to E for me. Just kind of hold it down, run around the echo. Every once in a while, stop to do some dancing strikes on a pack and build up some rhythm stacks. Rhythm stacks are amazing. Rhythm stacks do so much for this build. They give me tons of dodge. They give me tons of damage. They give me tons of critical strike multiplier. Yeah. Ooh, shield had me excited. This item sucks, right? 50% of current mana gained as ward on block. 0 way to gain like a ton of mana if you can get like a shiz ton of block on here. It's only a 20% block chance. Yeah, I don't want that item. It sucks. Yeah, we're gonna get to to 900 stability. Chillin'. Because my build is OP. Those things just die. And things behind me just die. Everything I hit as I shift forward gives me a chance at getting ward. A really high chance, I might add. And I just get tons and tons of ward. Oh my gosh, this spire is so fucking far away. So there's some little like cliffs and stuff. Ooh, a haste shrine, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, here's one. Ooh, that's a lot of decks. So now we have to run all the way back up here to get this shrine. Or this Wingari spire. What is this? Reflective, that's boring. Give me a haste shrine, another one. No. You're doubling up on the wrong ones, game. Just dash around and kill stuff. Okay. Health on kill. It's a lot of damage over time. 201, and it rolled with increased poison chance. Or poison damage. And a lot of ways to stun something. Nah, that item sucks. I don't know. I'm like trying to like find a way to make it sound good, but it just sucks. Sorry to disappoint everybody. I'm not sure if I had these already. Let's see. Yeah, I did.
Yes?
Wait, I didn't look at that belt. Ooh. Physical throwing, cooldown, health regen is kind of meh. Alright, if we chaos this into something sick. Fire res, not bad. Right? Eh. Meh. Still not bad. So we'll be overcap on fire res. I think, right? Yeah. So what we gotta do is increase cooldown, recovery speed. Alright, so we have to chaos this into something sick. That's good. We take that. Boom. 17. So we'd lose one. We'd gain some mana. Alright, I think our other belt's still better. Sadly. All these
Yes.
items suck. Let's do what we came here to do. We came here to shift around and leave spinning umbral blades that deal shadow daggers and kill things insanely efficiently. All while just kind of dancing around. XP Shrine, we take those. For Rye, why don't you get Rye down here now and we'll talk. So these are fun because I can just like dance around in here and just have a good time. See big numbers go up. See many 5-digit numbers go up. A lot of 4-digit numbers too. We're just seeing, you know, an awful lot of digits, which I think it's nice. I am getting a bit tired though. Probably going to stream this again tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled for that. For now.